Hello, my name is Robert Titsov. I'm a director and actor. I live in Chicago at the moment. I'm from Chicago. I spent a number of years in Paris where I was working as a director, actor, and screenwriter. I'm here tonight at the Alliance Française of Chicago, the French Alliance of Chicago. I introduced a series of short films called the Lutin de Court-Métrage, which could be interpreted as the leprechauns of short film. It's a selection of short films that were chosen by literally thousands of film professionals, if you will, from France. They chose these 25 films as possibly the best films of, in this case, the year 2010. So we saw 8 films today in 2 parts, roughly 15 to 20 minutes each film. They were filmed mostly by French directors, with the exception of one film which was by a Hungarian director, but a co-production between France and Hungary. We watched the films, and then at the end of the screening we discussed with the audience, or the audience participated in a discussion. I led the discussion. We were trying to create an atmosphere where people could talk about films in Chicago in a way that perhaps we don't see often enough. We have great institutions like the Gene Siskel Film Center, the Fastest Multimedia, certain film festivals, but we don't always have a lot of opportunities to talk about films as filmmakers, as cinephiles, however you want to pronounce it, people who love cinema as an art form, people who make it, or people who are just spectators, or people who have a true passion for film as something, as an art form, or as a medium that expresses who we are as human beings. And ever since then I wanted to go back to Paris, and that's why I went to Paris. I went there for the love of the country, the language, the city of Paris itself, but also for the love of what's going on there in cinema, what's been happening there since cinema began, which is something I think it's important to think about, especially for people who are making films, that is one of the centers of filmmaking in the world. It's not only Hollywood. That culture is one of the only countries in the world that uplifts cinema as an important art form, an important part of culture and everyday life, not just something for the elite, but something that can be very fine and very beautiful, but is meant for everyone, and something that should be seen by everyone and not dominated by, for lack of a better word, popular culture that eliminates all other types of culture that we have in this world. I think we have to hold on to the element that connects us to other human beings, and I think cinema and filmmaking, the act of making a film, but also the act of watching it and then talking with other people and going beyond the cinema, going outside the cinema into the streets, continuing that discussion with other people. I think that's what I hope for. Maybe there'll certainly be people who disagree with me, but that's what I'm hoping for as an artist as well, as an actor, writer, filmmaker. That's what I want to do.